How about now? Guys, I'm so sorry. Man, I apologize. All right, but now we're cooking, right? Yeah, we were cooking now. I'm so sorry, guys. I had this same, I had this same problem yesterday. Guys, I did the mentoring yesterday and I recorded the entire session, and then when I got to the end, I realized that in OBS, I did not have the right audio source set for my microphone input. And so it recorded all the video, but it didn't record any of the audio. So, I apologize, guys. I wasn't paying attention in the chat and I was trying to get this all prepared. So, I'll just have to, when I publish this, I'll go back and I'll delete the first little bit there. But let me just summarize just real quickly what we did there, guys. Obviously, we just set our liquidation levels. We've got about 30 or about $50 million liquidations here. We got about $40 million liquidations here, about $40 million liquidations here. Again, price is coming up to where we would technically want to see a bounce, right? And this might be it. Let's actually get into Coinalyze here so we can keep a more critical eye. Sorry, give me one sec. I just got to log in here to Coinalyze. All right. And what do we got? Big drop in OI right here. We did hit some liquidations. Funding is positive. Funding had flipped negative. Funding got very, 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 very bearish here. I don't think this does not strike me as super juicy. There might be a little bit of a play here. Yeah, CVD is straight down. Funding just dropped, so I think it's less attractive to position. Yeah, so funding actually flipped negative here. Very bearish signal. Listen, guys, if funding goes negative at a top, I mean, you always short. You just always short. And we can see the follow through. What price declined? What 5%? Oh, this is Sui. What am I doing? My dear Lord God, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm having a rough morning. Didn't have the microphone on. Looking at Sui instead of Bitcoin, trying to figure things out. This is ridiculous. All right. Yeah, down to the 1 minute. All right. Yeah, I mean, OI in sharp decline. I'm not really seeing any reason to long right now. CVD's down. Funding actually went down. So the market's less like intraday bullish. Yeah, 5% a lot, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Like that was the first thing I was like, wait, Bitcoin's down 5%. That's not right. Bitcoin hasn't moved. Like the only direction Bitcoin's moved 5% to the is to the upside. So yeah, what do we got? Yeah, so I'm really kind of looking more for an opportunity like this. This is a slow bleed out of OI as longs close. So I probably realistically, if I really wanted to do anything here, all right, so we had that nice little bounce from the horizontal support, or excuse me, diagonal support. All right, we did get the turnover here. And we're at the 55 MA support. I don't think I'm gonna do anything here. I don't really want to long either right here. That doesn't seem right. Let's think for a second. All right. Let's get the music playing for you guys. Device not found. What say you mean? What about now? Right. Life's good. I got the music going, guys. Let me know, as always, if it needs to be adjusted up or down. Right, so we've had a nice play. We're in mid-range, pull back. I mean, the trades on the table are to take the long and think the price will swing up to the liquidation zone, or the play is to assume that the rally is a little petered out for now and that we will get a pullback all the way back down to the lower liquidation zones. To be honest, I'm not really keen on either of those trades per se. Neither of those are extremely illuminating to me. Yeah, yes. I think we're just in a kind of a pause and hold situation right now. I mean, what I actually want to do is short, all right? But we're just gonna relax. We're just gonna chill. All right. So this is all looking pretty good. This is set up, but let's now try to get our game plan for other things. For example. Feel like on mine here. One on BT here. Okay. Ethereum. Six months. I mean, big picture here, Ethereum is pretty interesting. Again, we had a nice drive down to the $2,200 support. Now rallying pretty strongly upwards in anticipation of Chinese New Year. Things are pretty good. Almost all the way on my macro short. If BBWP gets maxed out, I have a little more position left to add. Hey, Mr. Ether, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining the chat, brother. We out here. We out here today. All right, let's update our liquidation zones too for Ethereum. Ethereum 12-hour liquidation zone. What do we got? I mean, we're at a zone right now. We're at a liquidation zone right now. So longing here actually isn't terribly stupid. We do have liquidations down here, but they're not super critical. They really start at 2,400. Yeah, these are pretty slim. So yeah, we have liquidations at 2,409, 2,408, but we're gonna call it 2410 to 2408. Okay. Then that's where those are. Then we have, they really come in at 2,400, 2397. Port. And then overhead liquidations are, they start at 2472 to 2483. All right. All right, so we got, all right, so here's the thing though, right? Regular bullish divergence. Liquidations are there, but how? Yeah, here, but we also have liquidations here. Here. I think though this is probably the first area. Yeah, so we already hit licks and pulled back. All right, that's fine. And we chewed what? We hit quite a few, what, 10, 20, 30 million. Tyler says this trade has an obvious and an arguable invalidation. I'll always take those even if they're not the highest hit rate. Yeah. Technically good trades are good. We like technically good trades. All right. So the short here on Ethereum does make a lot of sense, but we got to see what happens with this liquidation level. What is it? 24.28, 24.28, kind of what we're looking for. All right, 24.28. Looking at this, I mean, shorting. Well, I mean, it doesn't make a ton of sense, right? We don't want to short something that's in an uptrend. So we can just be patient here. We can just wait. See how price interacts with some of these lower levels. Put our interface set up on here. 15-minute. We're cooking with. I mean, these levels are both okay. At least we can see them now. That's not. Yeah, that's, yeah, that's pretty sharp sell off. I mean, that looks like change of character to me. Fortunately, that looks like change of character. So I say we come down. We probably hit the liquidation level. We could long from here. We're trying to chew through liquidations right now, so we could long from here and here. Look for a lower high, and then we can just kind of sort it out from there, right? Yeah. Get a little bit of a bounce. Hey, Caribbean, good to see you, my friend. All right, so let's set some limit bids for 2408 and 2399. Ethereum 2408 and 2399. 2408. And trade a little bit. All right. Well, if our liquidations are there, where are we safe? 23. That's pretty low. I don't really like that. But actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So if we pick it up here, it'll be well below this liquidation. Here, and 2371. So 2362 is probably pretty safe. Here-ish. And probably 2505. Targeting there. All right, yeah, that's fine. 2505. And what did we decide on? Uh, 2360. 2360. right? All right, so we'll set that limit bid on F, and we're going to set another one for an entry at 23.99. 23.99. Basically same stuff. Yeah, same stuff. 2505 for the TP and 2362 on the SL. We'll have a slightly better RR profile there on this position because the stop loss is closer and the take profit is the same distance away. So we'll set that limit bid too. So we're basically doubled up on I'm trying to snatch up Ethereum positions here. We've already come down to the daily point of control, and we're not really seeing much stoppage of price. We can of course see stoppage of price here. We can see consolidation here. But since we've come down this far, it makes a lot of sense for us to continue and grab liquidity before we do head back up. But this, I mean, this is looking this is looking pretty dramatic. I would be genuinely, I would probably be surprised to see a renewed new daily high. I would be very surprised to see that. But at the same time, I mean, we have to trade in the dominant direction. Dominant direction is up. So that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna trade bullish, even if we're wrong, because that is the direction that we should be trading. Right? That is the direction that we want to trade. That is the direction we shall trade. And life's all good. I think we got the right. I don't think we did actually. I know why though. I know why. Even though it's annoying. All right, so yeah, so Bitcoin at liquidation levels right now. And we've got, wow, a huge zone, 44,659. Crazy. Okay, so 44,419 to 44,659. There we go. All right, so oh, I shouldn't have moved it. 44,419 to 90. Okay, there we go. So there's licks to the downside, but we've also got another huge chunk from 44,350 to 44,170. Right. And from 45,517, 517.86. All right. So there's our liquidation zones. BTC. I feel like we are probably almost hitting those liquidation zones on Ethereum. We're very close. But we might also BTC actually. Oh, here's why I have the updated liquidation. That's weird that they didn't copy over. They should copy over. Actually, so yeah, we hit those liquidations. We're getting a pretty strong reaction from them now. That would have been a good, decent little sniper long. All right, let's I don't know, let's go find it. Very good. Solana. Yeah, so Solana just pulling back. Arbitrum. Yeah, Arbitrum big sell. Yeah, I mean, everything's looking pretty similar here for the trend following traders. Like, we do have this opportunity to get this pullback. Sui actually looks like it wants to break down here. Chainlink having a pretty dramatic pullback. BNB having a very dramatic sell-off. Yeah, so I mean, we just, you know, just about everything rallied pretty good. XRP didn't make any significant progress here. Aptos looks pretty bearish, actually. Cardano looks like it's having a sell-off. Dogecoin wasn't able to make any significant progress, but big sells coming in this last hour. Yeah, those are pretty big sells. All right. Yeah, we got, so yeah, pretty just pretty bad hourly candle across the board on just about everything. So the only two trades we really have on the table for these basket of assets is to get this is to buy these pullbacks to our 21 EMA, or to short. And we're not going to short. Just enough to scare the weak. All right, so we've got two positions in, guys, and we're long BTC. There's going to be a lot of fear the next couple of months. Whichever way price goes, right? If price goes up, people will be afraid that it's going to come down, and if it goes down, people will be afraid that it never goes back up again. All right. All right, so We haven't. Yeah, so Ethereum hasn't hit those liquidations yet. Pretty bearish candle close though, I'm not gonna lie. And still more down. Yeah. Okay, and still more down. All right, so let's see if support is gonna hold for Ethereum. If we come down here and test this liquidation zone, that's where we want to get filled. Excuse me. So we came down to the point of control, a lot of positions there. Not a lot of liquidations though, not a lot of stop outs. In fact, we can yeah, only a very small handful of. Oh shoot, that was actually shorts. Only a small handful of longs got stopped out on that drive down. Nothing too significant. But again, it led to a little rally. Why? Because when longs get stopped out, they have to cover. Yeah, huge. Yeah, big drop in open interest. We got some nice liquidations there, but a lot of positions closed out there. That's interesting. So we'll see if Ethereum holds the daily point of control here. That's pretty strong candle. See, let's start off with our hourly. Do we have any hourly setups? Yeah, again, the only hourly setup we have here really is the 21 EMA pullback. Not quite there yet for Solana. Again, the only setup we have here is a EMA pullback for Arbitrum, but notice that Arbitrum made a lower high. Yeah, Arbitrum made a lower high here. So I think we wait for the 200 pullback. Optimism, we have a pullback to the 55 EMA. But again, Optimism put in a lower high, so we wait for the 200 EMA pullback. And Sui is steady making lower highs. Sui is really interesting. I'm going to go get the liquidation levels on Sui. I really do like to trade Sui. Sui's fun. Sui is fun to trade. Symbol. Sui. 12 hour. we're gonna make it. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, well, Sui actually just hit liquidation. Sui just hit a bunch of liquidations, actually. Let's see here. Yeah, Sui just hit a bunch of liquidation. Okay. All right, Sui. The 3-day, because I want to get the, I want to see the depth of how, I want to see the depth of the levels. Okay, all right, so we did hit some pretty significant liquidations there, and 14936 probably a relative fifth place. 14936. Dude, come on. There we go. For the love of everything. Come on. Yeah, it's about, I mean, yeah, that's as nice of a setup as you could ask for, right? All right. Okay. See if we're going to get something that looks attractive here. Let out. Sharp drop in OI here. I'm looking for something a little bit more. But a higher low here is also like not bad. Finance. Oh wow, that was a ton of, that was an absolute ton of liquidations. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. The bid here. The bid Sui. Here we go. Bad. Alright, we bought Sui. I don't know, man. I think he's crazy. I think he's crazy. $1.4932. Oh no, sorry. I did not. We did not bid Sui. That's crazy. But now we did. Wow, that was something. Jesus. All right, entire TPSL 1.4932. I see. Wow, I see now why I was struggling. Okay. I get it. 1.555. Last price. Okay. Let's see how that one works out. We bid Sui. All right. Big. Bam. All right, let's see how that one plays out. Sui. Oh, Solana. Let's just look for another similar setup. Get our intraday setup here. Solana doesn't look too blah. The only reason we would want to bid Solana here is just the pullback to the daily point of control. Arbitrum, on the other hand, Arbitrum kind of looks attractive, but only if we're hitting liquidations. Are we? We are. We actually are hitting quite a few liquidations. Where does the liquidation in to 1.85 85595 8435 8555 1.8. Numbers. Why are these hard for me to remember? 559. Wait, 25? 85595. Come on, Justin. 85595. Yep. Life's good. To 84355. All right. Yeah. So we could bid ARB. We could bid ARB, but we have a lot of we have enough long risk for today, I do believe, but we could also try for it. What am I looking for here? Sorry, liquidation EMAP. Where are the liquidations to the upside? 193. 193 to 193.03. 1935. Okay, that's where the liquidations are to the upside. Yep. XRP dopamine, good to see you, my friend. We'll do an XRP update here in just a minute. All right, so we tapped the liquidation zone. We got some licks. Oh, let's yeah, I mean, we probably bid ARB, right? We probably bid ARB. And then we just got nice 3 strong longs. All right. Life's pretty easy. address. Yeah. Big link. All right. Like the way you work it, no diggity. You gotta back it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity. All right. Let's manage the trade for Arbitrum. That's gonna be putting our stop loss down here below these liquidations. Something at like 183,754. Yep. And I'm like 563. Okay. All right. I'm fine with that. Hey, yo, Burb, what's up, man? All right. That looks pretty good. All right, so overall, guys, this isn't too surprising. I told everyone in group mentoring yesterday I was expecting Bitcoin to rally pretty powerfully. You know, obviously yesterday we already kind of were halfway into the rally, so not a lot of crazy guesswork was required there. We were already doing well. Totally fine. And then I don't think we didn't get a fill on, right? Still, we're still filling on Ethereum. We're gonna double dip on Ethereum. If we get filled on Ethereum, then that means that our other two, right? Yeah, if we get filled on Ethereum, then that means we got to sit through some a little bit of drawdown on the SUI and ARB. But if our ARB and SUI trades are not scary, and we bounce from this lick grab up to back to mid range, then we won't get filled on Ethereum. But then we could potentially peel off our BTC position to our intraday long from yesterday and some nice profits, and be flat on the day, full in profit. Which would not be bad. Yeah, which would not be bad. But I think we probably get a scare. We either get a scare or we're just completely wrong. Support has to hold. Support has to hold for us to be for us to have profitable trades today. Guys, I'm gonna go top up my coffee. I'll be right back. Tyler, you're in charge. You're in charge. Don't let him. Don't do anything crazy. While I'm gone. All right. What do we got? What has happened? Nothing. Woo, and we're back. What's up, guys? Okay. All right, so Bitcoin's rallied up about 3.5% before this pullback down. And I do think we'll see $48,000, $50,000 Bitcoin by Monday. So we just traded the long side, guys. Traded the long side. If this zone doesn't work, we buy the next dip. Easy. All right. You guys know that Chinese New Year starts in 2 days. And for the last 9 years, Bitcoin has rallied every single year on this date, on this time. Every single time we've rallied on average 11% into Chinese New Year's. A very high T-score. It's a hit rate of 100%. All right, Tyler, what's up, man? Volatility indicators on the higher time frames are crushed. Understanding them in this context is a bit nuanced. All right, so Tyler's their volatility master. So when he says that higher time frame volatility is crushed, we can use an indicator. We can use a great volatility indicator like BBWP. Caretakers, BBWP is typically our preferred. So yeah, so when he says that higher time frame volatility is crushed, he just means that our measure of volatility, how much price is moving on average, has come way down. And this is indicated by the BBWP indicator coming down very, very low. So with Bitcoin volatility reached this 24th percentile, and that's lower than any of these previous moves down. And you'll notice, look at these areas of low volatility, and look what tends to follow them is an expansion into high volatility, right? So low volatility leads to high volatility leads to low volatility. So why this is important is because identifying areas of low volatility lets us know when it's a pretty juicy area and a relatively low risk area to enter into the market. Because if volatility is relatively low, then that means that price isn't moving very wildly, which means that you have less risk of getting stopped out and less risk of dramatic drawdown. And all you've got to get right is betting in the right direction. You just got to bet in the right direction. And there's many ways to do that. Obviously, you can just pre-bet on the direction, right? So you just basically enter in the middle of a range or in low volatility. It's totally fine. And then you just trade in your ideal direction. Oftentimes I will do this and I will then add on a successful breakout. So let's say I like go long here. Then I'll add on something like this, or perhaps even over here if I'm being much more conservative. So, and then I'll just pretty much just then continue to add on each subsequent rally. You can either add on dips or pullbacks in rallies, which is what I prefer to do. Or you can add on breakouts, which is something that I prefer to do much less. It's just scarier. It's harder. I struggle with it, you know? Everyone struggles with their own area of the market, I suppose. And that is my cross to bear with being somewhat bad at breakouts. But pullbacks are very nice. Pullbacks are very nice. Very good at buying pullbacks, which is what we've essentially done today. We have identified our liquidation zones. We've also identified just that price has come down, put in some wicks down here at support, traded outside 2 standard deviations of daily VWAP. And those are just good areas to go long. Tyler continues on here. He says, a couple days ago, I noticed that weekly BBWP and HVP were both at historic lows, giving the settings I use. Yesterday, the 5-day came down far on both as well. So yeah, just continuing to see this higher time frame volatility, both on the weekly, get extremely low. Yeah, BBWP on the weekly is extremely low. We had this, look at this low volatility that we had throughout this consolidation area. And that lasted a while. And then we had this nice expansion. And now that volatility has come back down again. All right. You can also see this, of course. This is something I talk about as well. I mentioned this in yesterday's mentoring as well. We want to take a look at IV. IV from the options market is a great way to determine this same kind of risk profile for what we want to trade. And we can see that IV right now on BTC is only 44.5%, meaning the market is pricing in an 8,000 move to the upside or a 7,000 move to the downside. All right. And 40%, 44% IV is pretty low, right? Yeah. So here is the Bitcoin implied volatility index. And we can see that we are exceeding low. And we can, this chart is also interesting because what we can do is we can compare the price of BTC USD. And we can just identify these periods of high volatility and what happens. And then we can identify these periods of low volatility and what happens, right? So here we have a period where IV was very high and it became very difficult for price to move, right? We did have a little bit of a breakout here, but that's fine. Here we get IV very, very low. And what do we get almost immediately after? A very large move, all right? IV's dropping. All right, we get a big IV spike here on this low down. IV drops back down again, gets crushed here. And what do we get? A big expansion as IV spikes. So we get, whoa, Jesus, I just got my microphone. So we get these big implied volatility spikes when volatility spikes, right? When volatility goes way up and volatility goes way up and we have big movements. So IV getting crushed, I think, and with funding coming down pretty low. Hold on, we're gonna have to log in. Apologies, guys. To log into the glass node. Got logged into the glass node. And we won. What do we want? Not implied volatility. Fun. Oh, I'm sorry, funding. Yeah, so our futures perpetual funding rate averaged across exchanges is not 0.906. It's almost like you should publish a letter like that. I wonder if there is a potential target audience who would want to watch that. Let's see here. All right, you guys. So interesting here. If Bitcoin rallies to 50,000 by mid-March, all right. If Bitcoin rallies to 50,000 by mid-March, Oh, you know what? Let's add this to, I think I'll add this to crypto fundamentals. We can get rid of, that's all fine. But we're going to add in the implied volatility index because it's important. I think. Let's just kind of mark off those extremes in Bitcoin volatility because we tend to oscillate. So since the publication of this metric in what, late 2022, we can see that about 75% IV is very high and 40-ish% IV is very, very low. So options actually sound very attractive right now. I'm not going to lie. 29th of March, if we were to buy at the money calls right now, at the money calls are pretty expensive though. At the money calls are quite expensive, 33.44. So these are up quite a bit. IV is rising. You know, I was pointing out the cheapness of the options contracts like this entire week. And they're starting to spike in intensity now. What if we, okay, today is February 8th. What if we gave ourselves to the 1st of March? They're still pretty expensive. But they're half as expensive. If we wanted to give ourselves a month less, they're only $15.91 and gives ourselves the rest of the month for Bitcoin to strike above. Let's check the position builder and see if that is actually decent. So we would want to be trading. You know what? I wouldn't buy the March 1st anyways. We would want to be buying the probably the $45,000 strike call for March 29th. $45,000 call March 29th. Bam. And for one whole BTC. See here, break even price point would be 41,000. Yeah, of course. Oh. Wait a second. Yeah, we want to long it. Oh, sorry. It's because I got all these stupid. It's straddling my position. No. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just the $45,000 strike call. All right, we would have to, so our break-even price would be, 44. And anything, it's going to cost us how much? Average price, 3,386. Is that correct? I think that is correct. 29th of March, $45,000 strike. Yeah, 3,345. 3,345. And so we would have to be, the price would have to be about at $50,000 for us to break even. Or I'm sorry, to 2x. So end of March 29th calls right now, doubling up in profit if price is above 50,000. Yes, he says if Bitcoin rallies to 50K by mid-afternoon, if we rally to 50K by mid-afternoon, we get to retire. We get to retire. we get to retire, live that good life. So very nice reaction from Arbitrum. Sui's lacking behind. Ethereum didn't pull back and fill us. Obviously, if Ethereum pulls back and fills us now, not very bueno. But, oh, sorry, guys. So what I meant was if Bitcoin rallies to 50K, though, if BTC rallies to 50K by mid-March, do you guys have any idea what kind of market capitalization that would look like? Because right now, sorry. Right now, Bitcoin's market cap is at $886 billion. If we rally to 50K, that would put our market cap at very, very, very much close to $1 trillion. Okay. And another 10% rally, I mean, we would almost be right there. And then that kind of starts that media narrative of, oh, Bitcoin's the $1 trillion asset. All right, so price has had a little rally right here. My man, yes to crypto with the 777s, man. With the 777, my dude. Thank you so much, brother. Loving the analysis and free education. Would love a continuation of the previous Degen Weth analysis if you can fit it in. Of course, man. Of course. Let me just finish my train of thought here. So we've had our first bounce here. We did accurately buy. Now we have to hold the position and confirm that this is a local bottom by getting a higher low or a double bottom. We want to see a higher low or a double bottom. We do not want to see us lose support and hit the liquidation zone to the downside. That would be not great. That would be not great. Degen Weth, man, I got you, dude. I got it right here, actually. I was waiting for you. I knew it was coming. I was ready. I was prepared. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's a lot. Wow. But we have the alerts. Oh my goodness. The Streamlabs is working. The alerts. It's happening. Oh, I'm so excited. Hey, P, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for hopping on. Oh, my dudes. My dudes. My dudes. That's the only thing I don't like about this desk is that I'm going to have to move this. Where it wants me to put my headphones, very inconvenient. I don't like it there. Degen Weth. Degen Weth. You know what? I want to see. Give me a tick here. I want to see if I can get any data on Degen from Anson. Really not working very well. I'm almost certain that it won't be in here. I don't know what's up with like it's just not working. Yeah, okay. So not in sentiment. No. Just trying to look up more data, you know? Here it is. On base, yeah, Degen Weth. Verify my humanity, Gecko Terminal. See you not that I am human. Open the doors and let me in. Behold. It's going to make me do it again. Yep. Annoying. VPN down. We in. Okay. I guess there's nothing. I guess there's actually, is there any information in the Gecko terminal that I can't actually get in Deck Screener? Probably not really. Tags, Urban Dictionary. You guys are beasts. No, I'm not really seeing anything here that I can't see in Deck Screener. $2 million degen, 1.1 million worth of Weth in the pool. That's just one thing to pay attention to, like how much Weth is leaving the pool and how much degen is being added. Degen on a nice tear, man. We're doing good. We're holding on. Another spike. Okay, yes to Cryptos is saying that the market capitalization is wrong because sites are assuming full token distribution. Only 20 to 25% of the circulating supply is available. Okay. So that, yeah, that's why. Okay, I see why FDV and market capitalization is identical. Okay, that's fine. So, I mean, we could cut that so you're saying we could cut the market capitalization by 80%. Okay, that's fine. I've been participating in LP mining since 10% of tokens are rewarded to LP mining for 6 months. Good man. Some VC just bought $1 million worth of degen and locked it up for 2-year vest. You know, listen, I love you, man, and I want degen to perform well for you, but that doesn't mean anything. VCs aren't smart. They don't know shit. VCs buy junk all the time. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say that this coin is junk. It's a meme coin, you know, like. What are the rules of engagements for meme coins? The rules of engagements for meme coins are pretty simple. Meme coins are inherently unpredictable. TAs kind of, I mean, you can do TA on anything, right? Because TA, the point of TA is not to give you a magic insight into what will happen. It is to help you assign probabilities to what might happen and to allow you to determine what is likely to happen and what is not likely to happen. And once you know what is likely to happen, those are the trades or the positions that you should be attempting to get, because you want to be stacking the deck in your favor. See, most traders end up taking the trade that makes sense to them, but they tend to, by default, take the trade that is less statistically likely due to lack of experience. So again, technical analysis is not magic. It doesn't tell you what will happen, right? Just because we draw a level on the chart doesn't mean that price will respect it. You know, many times I've drawn a, but you know, obviously now we're kind of evolving our craft and we're using, since we're trading futures, well, for futures, liquidation zones are crucial. So we see price go down there and then turn around all the time. But yeah, TA will help us out. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. But here we're talking about spot, right? We're talking about spot. So there's none of those liquidation zone shenanigans. Heck, you can't even short this thing, man. So it's a meme coin, and the rules of engagements for meme coins is that they're just unpredictable, man, and you hold and you take profit on spikes, dude. You take profit on spikes and you leave like 10-20% in the can just in case you get that insane like 2000% spike, right? That comes up out of nowhere. Anyways, so meme's doing pretty good, right? So let's look at meme here with a little bit more of a critical eye. Because now that we're actually forming more market structure, we can start asking some more nuanced questions, and we can hopefully start to get some things that start to resemble statistics. Okay, so we have a low, we have a low, we have a low, and then what is low? There it is. We want to find the low when we're doing a fib. I like to find the low. I like to find the low that occurred right before the rally happened and then measure to the tip top of that. Why are we doing this? I want to see where price is pulling back to on average, and we see that price is pulling back to the 618. Okay, we're getting very clear and consistent pullbacks. Although a safe pullback here would have also been just a 50% retracement. All right, so that's important. Okay, and just for data. Just for data, we're going to measure the same rally. And we want the low before the breakout. And what did we do? We did a 2.618. All right. So, interesting. Although, no, I think that's just a pullback in the range. Ultimately, we did a 2.618. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing again. We are going to measure from this low to this high and see where we pulled back to. We did do a 618 pullback, but again, 0.5 was kind of safe, but this was a little bit more brutal. Here we pulled in a 786. So 618, so again, 0.5, 618, 786. But what I'm trying to point out here is that unlike some crypto rallies where, like Bitcoin, for example, has been rallying throughout 2023 and now into 2024, where we have a big run up and then only a very slight pullback and then another run up, Degen is pulling back significantly more. So we're having much more volatile profit taking experiences. So we're getting price pulling back 60-70% before running up another 200%. All right. So now we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to see if this continues to be consistent. We are going to measure from here to here, and then we want to measure to the low before the breakout, which would be right here. And what did we do? We did a 100% of the movement, right? We did a 100%. So our rally got cut in half. So we're going to assume the same thing here. I want to measure the low before the rally to the tip top. Where could we expect price to pull back? Well, we are 618's here, but we would be expecting 618, 786. So this is where we'd be looking for price to pull back between 2744 to 3634. Okay, that's where we'd bid price up, and then we're going to expect that the rally is if we get another rally, we're going to measure from mid range here. We got a 100% rally. And if that got cut in half, we would actually be making a lower high. that got cut in half, we'd actually be making a lower high. So I'll mark that off for you. I will mark that off for you. And that's about it. So all we did is we used fib retracement tools and trend-based fib extension tools to see that there was a pretty significant pattern of after we reach new all-time highs, after a powerful rally on degen, we have 60 to 70% pullbacks. So we used that same type of mathematical formula to determine where our buy zone should be if the pattern repeats itself. And that gives us a buy zone of between what did I say? 2748 to 3629, the zone right here. And since we've seen that the rallies have been being cut in half as far as distance traveled, this now sets up the first time where we will see if that gets cut in half, then we'll only have a 50% retracement of this movement, and that will actually be giving us a lower high. And will that signal, I mean, could that potentially signal the end of the rally? Could be. But I don't know. We've got a lot of bull market left, and meme coins are very erratic and unpredictable. Meme coins do not rally the entire length of a bull market, so we don't need to like concern ourselves with that. Meme coins tick to their own, march to their own beat. And nobody knows. So let's go ahead and hide the evidence here. Let's hide the evidence here. And yeah, notice too that those pullbacks have been going below the 55 EMA. And this pullback, if we got it, would put us below the 55 EMA. So as always, my friend, make sure to take profit on these pumps. You know what I mean? Just be peeling off 10% on every little rally. That's how you make sure you secure your bag, my friend. Like just telling you, man. I've traded so many tokens. I've had so many projects, and especially when you get something where, price starts pumping and you feel like really great and you're making a lot of money and you feel like there's something really special about your coin, your community, your project. Oh, this is the one, we're going to the moon. Nah, man. Like, listen, there's 1,000 other crypto tokens out there. There's 100,000 other crypto tokens out there, all with their own communities, all with their own saga holders, all with their own bag holders, all of the things, right? And the cycle is always the same, right? The coin pumps until it doesn't pump anymore, dude. And then it doesn't pump anymore. And then it starts going down forever. So just make your money while you can, man. Sell on the pumps. Sell on the pumps, my friend. More like what? Come on, man. It's more like ratio. Man, you're more like a ratio. You're a towel. Let's see here. Good morning to you, Sneaks123. I'm doing well, my friend. Am I shorting the 4-hour bearish divergence? No, I am not shorting. Long. I'm glutton for pain. Alex says multi-coin capital bought 8 figures of the loot NFT. Yeah, having money doesn't make you smart money necessarily. Technical analysis is like meteorology. You might bring an umbrella if the skies were dark, but I wouldn't bet my life on it. Chart patterns, weather patterns, temperature trends, price trends. Yeah, man. It's like, All right, we're here with the first alert storm weather tracker. Looks like we've got a big warm front coming. Oh my God. You are welcome, Yes to Crypto, man. I hope it's helpful for you. Alex got the Dimension airdrop, my dude, man. I told you, Alex, you were like, dude, should we even be hunting airdrops, man? I don't think it's worth our time. You got print now, man. Block for 21 days. That might not be a bad thing. Celestia tore off, right? Celestia tore off, and that wasn't too bad. You like that? All right. So yeah, we had a little bit of a rally here. Now pull back. Like I said, our goal here is higher low or double bottom. Higher low or double bottom. That's what we want to see. Higher low or double bottom. And that's gonna determine, you know, the short-term victory for Sui and Arbitrum. BTC, I'm not too worried about. Like, we're gonna hold that swing long and life's good and everything. Oh, you know, the only thing we do need to do, we should probably move, we should probably move the stop loss for BTC up into the green, because we got a nice juicy win and we don't want that. So this one we entered at 43,808. Yeah, so like right here-ish, 43,808. Man, so at this point, unfortunately, the only thing we can do, and that's kind of heartbreaking, 43,808, we have to just move our stop loss into profit. So like 43,820. Yeah, 43,820. And I know we're not securing a lot of profit there, but I think that we can get a much larger move out of BTC. And I don't want to move this, like this, it's just not a great area. So our entry is like 43,800. So like right here, right? So we bought the breakout. And then, and yeah, so like, where are we going to move our stop loss in the profit? Like we could put it here, but I don't even like that. Like, what if price comes down here and like fucks around a little bit and then zooms up? So I'm just going to put it a little bit above break even right now. And we'll add, or excuse me, we're just going to put it at break even now. And we're just not going to worry about it. We'll move it up. Move it up later. What else? Do we have to manage anything else? This all looks pretty good. We're not going to worry about a take profit right now. 45,921 is fine. Higher low, right? Higher low is good, but it doesn't mean anything unless we can put in green candles to the upside. All right, higher low. Let's go for a higher high. Confirm this as a low and not just a consolidation trap. $14 months of prices going up. My God. Could you guys even imagine it? 14 months of a bull market? Come on now, people. $14 bullish months. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up here pretty soon. I know that I didn't go as long as I normally did today. I got a super crazy day though. Oh, and I forgot to shoot. I forgot to respond to my friend is not feeling well. And I just need to send an email to a very nice gentleman here. Damn. All right, life's good. Yeah, I think. Listen, I think you're right too, man. Yeah, well, listen, it could be. Weather and the markets are both chaotic systems. You cannot perfectly predict the future, but there are data points you can use to figure out the current conditions and project what the conditions may be. Actually, you know what? Like the way you're putting that is making it sound very eloquent. If I said winter was going to be cold, would you accuse me of trying to read the tea leaves? Yes. Like, how dare you assume that it's going to be cold in the winter, man? Like, what's wrong with you, man? I'm just messing with you. And listen, I'll just tell you what. If there's anybody good at reading the tea leaves, it's you. You got your finger on the pulse. You're good. Make a good doctor. Alex says the Ethereum Denkin upgrade is tentatively scheduled for March 13th. Can't wait to start using the layer 2s. Yeah, man. I agree. Imagined it last in January before last. But I'm ready to start seeing some red on the... Yeah, man. Hopefully we see a little bit of green, though, for now. I don't really want to see the breakdowns. It's okay if we do, but, I prefer we don't. All right, guys, we got to wrap up. I apologize. I've got too much to do today, but we'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we'll do the full thing. We'll be on time, no late stuff. This week was a little crazy. I apologize. I had some extracurricular assignments and stuff that I had to do. But all right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this lovely, beautiful, fantastic, fresh, and exciting Thursday morning for another exciting day in the crypto markets. We have position long. Kind of buying the dips on the assets that we really like to trade. And of course, we are swing lenging on BTC. We're pretty bullish. I'm looking for $48,000, $50,000 Bitcoin by next week. And IV is very cheap, so options are a good way to do that. But I will leave that to you guys. We are here to educate and entertain, not make your decisions for you. Okay? If you guys want to support what we're doing, please become a channel member. It helps us, it helps us create free content like this so that we can keep coming back every single morning. If you want to support the stream, but you can't afford to do so, just like the stream. It really helps us get our content out there to people who have never seen it before and helps this channel and community grow. Make sure to join our Discord so you can stay in the conversation long after the show is done. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, sarcastic remarks, hot stock tips, or death threats, please leave them in the comment section down below. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Bring your liquidation levels, guys, because we're going to get it. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trade safely.